Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing my weekly review for this week's episode of Fear the Walking Dead on AMC. This week we got to see Fear the Walking Dead Season 1, Episode 4, which is called Not Fade Away. And spoiler warning, as always, if you guys have not seen this episode yet, you're going to want to watch it before you watch my review. So, weird direction for Fear the Walking Dead to take from season 1, episode 3 to episode 4. Went totally different from how I thought it was going to go and how I was, predicting for the season. Initially, when we kind of heard and we saw the trailers and everything, I figured with the whole desert thing that they were going to try to kind of get out of LA. Turns out that actually it's that's not what we're seeing at all. What instead we're seeing is we're seeing them kind of inside of a camp, and we see a time skip between last episode and this one. It has apparently been about 9 days, so day 9. So between those episodes, or since they moved in, so to speak, as Chris narrates for us during his video vlog, so to speak. This episode was a slow burner. The beginning of the episode was pretty slow, and I was like, oh man, are we going to see like anything? Are we going to see any zombies? Are we going to see nothing? I think this episode, the entire episode, there was not a single zombie. I was looking. I did not see a single walker. So just a really different direction for the show to take that I wasn't really expecting us to see. I was kind of more expecting to see early on the zombie apocalypse, more kind of survival, just hanging in there, type of feel. And instead, that's actually not what we see from this group of survivors, where they've actually already found themselves inside of a pretty decent camp. However, the twist is that they may be in worse shape than even dealing with zombies themselves, because with this camp that they're at right now, led by the military, we're getting to see how the military are handling this outbreak, which they don't understand. They're basically, anybody who's questionable, they're killing them, it seems, or they're putting them down. At least it alluded to at the end when you see Madison is looking at the light, which I actually did like a lot, because at first I'm like, who cares? But I guess when you have characters that are just kind of chilling there, they're just sitting around with really nothing to do, they find things, intellectually, people need stimulation. They just find things to look at, like Chris, watching burning houses or burning buildings, and watching, finding this light and kind of, I guess, adding importance to it. When, yeah, of course, there's survivors out there around, but it doesn't mean you are going to be able to go and save them, so to speak, or do things like that. So I do think it is an interesting twist that we at first kind of would think at the end of episode 3 that the military is there to kind of save them and help them, and now what we're seeing is they may have been in better shape before dealing with a few zombies than dealing with the military, who has taken away now 2, sort of 3, because Liza has gone with them, but 2 people. And at the end, of course, 2 of our main core characters. You have Nick, and then you have Mrs. Salazar. So you have those 2 kind of being yanked out. Mrs. Salazar going going without her husband. So they're not taking her against her will. She obviously wants help, but it seems like this whole promise of whether or not they're going to be actually helping her and treating her, or whether or not they're just going to try to kill her, put her down or something. From what we've seen so far, it seems like they'll probably just kill her, just put her down. But who knows? It could be that people that are questionable they'll kill, and then others like her and Nick, because I don't think they'll kill Nick off at this time in the show, since we're kind of just getting to know him, and he's a pretty interesting character. He certainly is getting himself into some shit as the episodes go through, with like what he did in this one, going into that guy and under the bed and that, and kind of taking some of what he was getting. So some of the drip there. So. Too fun, too interesting of a character, too good at stirring up the pot, at causing drama for them to kill off this early, I think. But who knows? The show has been pretty unpredictable so far, with the military just kind of showing up out of nowhere. Didn't really see, and them kind of just staying put in that one location until I saw that in promos. In my predictions, I didn't think we were going to see anything like this. So pretty interesting. So I did say the beginning was a bit slow. So the beginning of the episode was a little bit slow. We got the inside the fences thing. We got some music, which was used pretty well. We've got Alicia, who seems to be having some serious issues. We'll see what happens with her, whether or not she's able to kind of hang in there, or if she tries to commit suicide or something of the sort. I don't know. We'll have to see. Another good part of the episode, I thought, was when Madison catches Nick, and he's kind of going around trying to find stuff, and she just beats him up. She just beats him. Every so often you get into a situation where words are just not, it's just not happening, so she just loses her cool and beats him down. I laughed at that. He needed it, though, to be honest. And now look at the situation he's got himself into. So it'll be interesting to see why exactly they've yanked him. We don't really know if it's maybe something that the doctor, his heart rate being elevated and him saying, because he's been taking a lot of drugs and doing a lot of different stuff, so which he doesn't really know about. So they may question him, and he may admit what he did or say something and maybe get out of it that way. We'll do some predictions after this video. It'll be posted in a little bit, probably an hour or something, with what I think is going to happen next. I mean, even as hard as it is to predict. Let's see, what else do we have? So we had the reflection thing, we had the military, we had the sneak peek scene where Madison leaves, which I thought was actually one of the best scenes in the episode, where you get to just see her kind of go out in the zombie apocalypse, and you see all the bodies everywhere, and her kind of smelling and covering up because it smells so bad from the death and everything, and her kind of realizing the military are kind of just shooting people dead, shooting people down. They're not really worrying too much about it. And same with the light, as Travis told the lead military guy there, leader, that there was this person there. They go and they actually just kill him, it seems, or probably just go up there and actually kill him. So it's pretty interesting the way that they have this military come in and basically, are handling things the way they want to handle them, but not doing the right thing. And it seems like they're kind of under the leadership of some evil people at this time, based on what we know. Granted, the military, they don't really know, but they don't really care too much either, like with Doug and what he did, and, they take care of it. So we're to assume that they killed him as well, too, without kind of any, just doing, following orders or whatever, which is, that's what they have to do. But then the lead military guy who's playing golf, I think he's a pretty good bad guy. He's a pretty good talker and everything, and gets people on board. You guys are the lucky ones and everything. Meanwhile, they're doing all this different stuff that they're keeping under wraps, people don't know about. So this new doctor who shows up kind of out of nowhere, it seems like she's connected to, well, of course, with the Nick thing, but with the other guy, too, that went missing, that Liza was helping, too. So, interesting stuff there. I'm just, It's good drama. I did like the drama in this episode, even the bickering and stuff like that, which you would think is, it does make sense for a zombie apocalypse that you would see that. You would see people bickering, and you would see, all these different things happening. And I thought it was funny how the military leader referred to Travis as the mayor, and he's like going for a jog, which is a good idea in a zombie apocalypse to keep up your cardio, because sooner or later you're probably going to need to run, no matter what. But it's just a weird direction for the show to take, and it goes against where I thought they were going to go with it, which is to see a lot more of the survival horror, and it's gotten more into kind of the character survivor drama, with us not even seeing a single zombie. So, I'm interested to see where the show goes from here and what they've got planned for the season finale. What happens with the finale? Will the survivors try to maybe overthrow, the military that's come in here? Or what are they, what are they going to do? Are they going to say, screw it, let's get the hell out of here, we got to leave, and just leave? Interesting stuff. I think that would make for a good finale if that is what they, in fact, end up doing. So I'm hoping we'll see something like that, because really it's kind of early on for them to be in a community already, in a group already that's surviving like that. I thought we were going to see a lot more struggle and kind of on the road kind of stuff, similar to what we saw in the first season of The Walking Dead. Can we stay here at this camp? No, we got to leave. Can we go there? No, that doesn't work. We got to go somewhere else. Just that kind of part. I think that's exciting. Which we also saw in season 5, where they didn't really know where to go either, and just that kind of thing. Just not sure. So so I'm going to give this episode an 8 out of 10. I thought it was a good episode. Didn't think it was a great episode, and not a horrible episode at the same time. Definitely could have used some zombies. So for a zombie apocalypse, it's weird not to see any zombies, not even a single one. So let me know what you guys thought about this episode. I'm really interested to hear where you guys are at with this one. I definitely think after the week off, though, and this kind of twist or turn, so to speak, I do feel like the series has lost a little bit of its motion, or a little bit of its word I'm looking for, just impact. Like it's kind of lost a bit of steam, So let me know what you guys think about this one. I like the episode for Nick. I'm really glued to see what happens next. But it also wasn't the most exciting episode, and it didn't really have that horror aspect that we're used to with Walking Dead, either the original or even this series so far and what we've seen, already. So very minimal amount of zombies in Fear the Walking Dead. Was not expecting to see that. But nevertheless, it's been unpredictable. It's been interesting, and I am really interested to see the last couple episodes and how they wrap up the season and where they leave it for the second season. So write your comments below, guys. Let me know what you thought about this kind of shift that we weren't really seeing earlier on. It's been hard to predict this. Write your comments below. If you like this review, please thumb it up below. And if you want to help support the channel, please share, please favorite. And if you're new, you want to subscribe, you like zombies, if you didn't like this episode so much because there was no zombies, go ahead and subscribe at the bottom left. I thought it was good, not great, not terrible, good drama, but almost like a different genre of show, which is more like Breaking Bad maybe than, I don't know. It's I don't know. It's got some Breaking Bad feels, especially when he's in the pool and he's just chilling. You got drugs and it's good, but it's not what I expected. Anyway, write your comments below. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace.